Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. This is a Web Dev Junkie video and my name is Cody Seibert. So what I'm going to be showing you in this video is a quick little tour of my current YouTube setup. And it's kind of a hot mess right now. I'm using my child's playroom. The other room is actually being used as a spare bedroom, so we can't use that. But we have a green screen set up. So I went online in Amazon.com. I ordered a green screen fabric and then also a holder to kind of, I guess, a frame to hold it up. That's what you're seeing here. And then I found just a couple of old lamps that were just laying around to kind of help light up the green screen, because I don't have an actual professional light to light up my backdrop. But basically when I'm recording, I basically turn all the lights on in the room. I have these lamps, and then I also have a ring light here, which I sometimes use to put my camera. But I haven't really been using it much for my camera, just something to light up my face. And then I also recently bought a colored light where I can kind of control it using my iPhone to change the color and change the brightness, and I can also make it like flash colors if I want to. It's only like 10 bucks or 12 bucks, so it's a really good investment. Alright, so now that you saw the tour of my little setup here, my ghetto YouTube setup, someone asked me, his name is, I think it's Code Ito. He's another YouTuber who makes some tutorial videos, so I'll post a link if you want to check him out. So he asked how I did the green screen stuff. So you saw my green screen setup behind me. I have the actual green screen cloth and then the stand to hold it up. And what I did to get that working is I'm using OBS. And OBS is a free open source software, I believe, that you can do to basically record videos and do all the tutorials like a lot of people do online. And you can also use it to stream. Like if you want to stream to Twitch TV or YouTube Live, you could do that. But to get the green screen working, basically all you need to do is on your sources, this is where you kind of import, like if you want to listen to a particular microphone or a particular webcam that's connected to your computer, you would go here and you just pretty much add a video capture device. So click the add button, click video capture device. That'll prompt you with a pop-up to say like what device you want to capture from. So I'm just clicking my built-in face cam with some resolution. And once you've done that, you can right click on it and go to filters. So on filters, you can go down here to effect filters and you can add stuff. So the one I added that is related to the green screening is something called a chroma key. So you can click the add down here, you can click chroma key, and that'll add a filter to your webcam video. And once you've done that, you can kind of play around with the settings. You need to make sure that the key type is green if you have a green screen behind you. But you'll notice here as you slide this down, it's either going to there's going to be a certain threshold depending on how good your lighting is. My lighting sucks. So my green screen is really dark at the top and brighter at the bottom because of these lamps. But if you have an actual professional light to kind of light up your green screen, then it'll probably not be as bad as mine. But I have to pretty much slide this until I find a good value, and 490 ends up being good for me. And also depending on the time of day, like if you're doing this at noon, more light is going to leak through your window, so you might have to come in and change this depending on what time of day that you are working on it. So yeah, I just find a threshold where the microphone starts becoming jittery. And then down here for smoothness, if you don't want it to be really hard or along the edges, you can increase the smoothness. But as you notice, as you increase it, stuff starts to get blurred out. So I just keep it at something low, like 10. Key color spill, I don't know what this does really. But I usually keep it low because it just makes it gray if you don't. So I'll make it like 10. I could probably Google what this does, but I don't really care. And then contrast, it's probably good to keep your contrast up so you kind of, pop up on your recording. And then brightness, depending on how good your lighting is. So I just play around with this, make sure it looks okay. This lamp looks a little whack, so what I'm going to do is on my phone, I can control this light that I showed you earlier. I can change the color, so if I go here and click teal or purple, you notice that the purple on my shirt's kind of changing. I could do red. But yeah, depending on the color I use for my lamp, I have to come in here and actually change what settings I'm using. So I'm just going to keep it on the purple because that looks decent. And yeah, you can also change the brightness, so I can make the color light kind of go down. And this light, it can really mess up the green screen too, so you have to make sure it's far enough away from the green screen to not far away enough from the green screen to not mess up your lighting in the back, but then close enough to kind of give you a little bit of coloration. Yeah, so that's my setup. I hope this helped. Anyone else who's trying to set up a green screen for their coding tutorials, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little YouTube studio tour, if you can even call it a studio, and a little tutorial about how to set up green screen. I also have crop and pad set up just to kind of take off the edges of the green screen, because I think if I put this at like 0, you can see over here there's like stuff kind of showing up. So I just set that to 130 just to crop that out so I don't have stuff showing up as I'm recording. But yeah, these settings aren't perfect. It'll take probably more time to get them perfected once I actually have a real studio or a real office. But right now I'm just working out of my kids' playroom, so it is what it is. So all right, happy coding.